On the 78th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast, more MLB free agents have signed. We are going to be doing our NFL Pickems. We're going to be ranking the top 5 NBA Christmas jerseys. We're going to be filling out our Sports Christmas Bracket and ending it off with some Hall of Fame. Yay or nay, make sure you use code HatTrick Sports when checking out at w.gg for 10% off your order. Roll it! Welcome to HatTrick Sports, starring your host, Isaiah Carpenter. Bringing you the biggest sports headlines every week. This is the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Let's start off with last week's MLB free agents that have signed. A few of them have just signed in the last few hours. So we're just going to start it off from most recent to probably the last 5 days or so. Walker Buehler has signed with the Red Sox for $21 million for 1 year. It's a 1 year, $21 million deal. I think that's what he deserves. He deserves $21 million, maybe a little bit more. It's, as a Dodgers fan, it is kind of upsetting that he didn't re-sign with the Dodgers, but I understand it's a business. You have to go to whoever gives you the most money. Sure, you want to win, but money is probably more important than winning to a lot of these guys. And you know what? He got a few rings. He got a couple rings. I believe he was on the 2020 roster as well. So he has a couple rings with the Dodgers. So you'll give him that. Another Dodger that has that has signed with another team is Jock Peterson to the Rangers. $37 million for 2 years. That is almost as much as Walker Buehler. Now, Jock Peterson, let's look at Jock Peterson's stats last year just so we don't... Peterson's stats 2024. Let's see. So last year, he had a 2.9 wins above replacement, 367 at-bats, over 100 hits, 23 home runs, a 275 batting average, 62 runs, 64 ribbies, 7 stolen bases, a .393 on-base percentage, a .515 slugging, and a 908 OPS. So all of that, is he worth $20 million a year for 2 years? I don't know. He is in Texas. He's going to be reuniting with Corey Seager. He and Corey Seager played together with the Dodgers for a few years. But 2 years, $37 million. He can opt out after the first year. But I think the Rangers might do good with him. Sean Manaea re-signed with the Mets for $75 million with 3 years. That is a lot of money. $25 million a year. That is more than Walker Buehler. I think everybody kind of knew that he was going to re-sign with the Mets. I'm glad that he re-signed with the Mets. I think that he was good with the Mets. And again, I don't want to change anything that's good. I don't want to alter that change. So I'm glad that he re-signed with the Mets. The Mets this year have a chance at winning. They lost against the Dodgers last year in the CS. They lost in the CS to the Dodgers last year. So now they have Soto. They re-signed Manaea. The Mets are going to be good. It might be Mets-Yankees in the World Series, a little Subway Series, World Series action. I'm not calling it in 2024, but that it just might happen. It might happen. But Jesus Luzardo was traded to the Phillies along. Cody Bellinger did also get traded to the Yankees. It was a trade. The Yankees are also picking up some guys. They didn't re-sign Soto, so they've been signing quite a few guys. The Yankees are going to be a lot better this year, I think, and I think the Mets are going to be a lot better this year. And if you think about it, the Yankees just lost in the World Series, so if they're getting better, they're going to win the World Series, and the Mets lost in the CS against the Dodgers, so if they're just a little bit better, they could beat the Dodgers and go to the World Series. I'm just saying, it looks like the Subway Series, World Series might happen. It looks good on paper. They just have to execute it, and we'll see how these guys play with each other together. Max Fried also signed with the Yankees to 8 years. 8 years is a long, long time. But, Max Fried, I would say in the 2020s, Max Fried is probably the best pitcher so far this decade. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but I think it's safe to say that Max Fried is one of the best pitchers in the last 4 years. Tell me I'm wrong, but I think that 8 years is good to secure Max Fried. He's been good for the last 5 years. Who says he can't go 8 more? Paul Goldschmidt, he's got to be up there. He's got to be in his late 30s. Paul Goldschmidt age. He's 37 years old. And he just signed with the Yankees for $12.5 million for 1 more year. I think this will be his last... Hello? Oh boy. Computer is bugging. Computer is bugging. Yeah, I think this is his last year unless he pulls off. He was born in 87. He's 37 years old. We have guys born in the 2000s now. I think that this will be his last year. Obviously, MVP. Let's look at his career stats. I think he's a hands-down Hall of Famer. He was an MVP, 7-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove, 5-time Silver Slugger. He's played for 4 different teams now. 62.8 wins above replacement. Yeah, you cannot deny that he's a Hall of Famer. It's an easy Hall of Fame, but I think that this will be his last year. I don't think that he'll go any longer after this. Oh my goodness. My computer is starting to bug now. That is not good at all. Okay, we're just gonna... That's weird. Alright, sorry, short intermission. The computer decided to just completely... Alright, well, we just lost everything. 1 second, short intermission. I am going to try to make this happen. Alright, I guess we don't need that for this part. Paul Goldschmidt signs with the Yankees for $12.5 million. How do you restore? Hey Siri, how do you restore all of your tabs on Windows? Oh, perfect. All right. Thank you, Siri. Shout out Siri. Siri is the unofficial sponsor of HatTrick Sports. Siri helped us fix this. Thank you, Siri. All right. So, Paul Goldschmidt signs with the Yankees, $12.5 million for a year. Patrick Sandoval to the Red Sox. And I think that's enough. For the last 5 days, those are all of the new free agents. Again, a lot of former Dodgers, a lot of Yankees. Yankees are picking up some guys. Red Sox picking up some guys. Mets picking up some guys. You know what? It's a good week for free agency, and I'm here for it. Let's go to one of the more sad topics of the episode. Rickey Henderson, the great Rickey Henderson, all-time stolen base leader. He has a whole bunch of stuff. Rickey Henderson has died at the age of 65. I'm not sure how official it is yet, but I've heard speculation that it's from pneumonia. There must be some other health concerns going on with that, but yes, Rickey Henderson is now unfortunately dead. So we're gonna go over some of his career highlights. We're gonna celebrate what he has done for the great game of baseball. He made his debut way back when in 1979 with the Athletics. He's played for like 10 teams, like the Yankees, the Padres, the Mets, the A's. I think the A's are the big team that he's obviously played for. He is the stolen base king. He's the all-time leader with over 1,400 stolen bases. He has 1,406 stolen bases in his career. Out of all of the active MLB players, the leader, I believe, is Starling Marte, and he doesn't come in within 1,000 of Rickey Henderson's 1,400. He does. I don't like double check me on this, but I believe Starling Marte has less than 400 stolen bases, and he has the most stolen bases among all active MLB players. So just put that into perspective. Rickey Henderson was one of the greatest of all times. He holds the single season stolen base record of 130 in 1982. Think about it. People were going nuts when Shohei hit 50, whatever. People were going even more nuts when Acuna went 70. This guy went double that. In one season, in 1982, Rickey Henderson, 130 stolen bases in one season. That's almost one a game. That's absolutely wild to think about now. He's the all-time leader with runs. He had 2,295 runs in his career. He's the all-time leader with 81 leadoff home runs. Mookie Betts was, I think Mookie Betts might catch him a little bit there. Mookie Betts has a few under his belt. He had over 3,000 career hits, a career 279 batting average over 25 seasons. He won the 1990 AL MVP. He won Gold Glove in 1981. So think about it. He won a Gold Glove on top of being like the fastest guy in MLB history. He won Silver Slugger 3 times, 1981, 1985, and 1990. 10-time All-Star. Just absolutely incredible career Rickey Henderson had. Unfortunately, he did die. Again, I keep hearing pneumonia, but I just don't understand how pneumonia is the primary way that I just don't completely understand that. But what we know now is that it is from pneumonia. So unfortunate to see, but it's good to celebrate all he has done for the game of baseball. Because think about it, stolen bases would not be looked at the same if it wasn't for Ricky Henderson. All right, let's talk about some. I've been hearing a lot of guys rooting for the underdogs lately. I do not understand what rooting for the underdogs does. Think about the greatness that the champs have done to get to the Chiefs. People are always rooting against the Chiefs. Why are you rooting against the Chiefs? The Chiefs have proved, and they have trained, and they have worked hard again, time and time again, that they are the greatest team in the last few years. Why are people hating on the Chiefs? Why do they want them to lose? The Chiefs are a great team, and we have to appreciate that. We have to appreciate greatness. Same thing with the Dodgers. Now, I am biased towards the Dodgers. I'm a Dodgers fan. But people are like, oh, there goes the Dodgers spending more money so they can win. Guess what? Those players have to work hard to win. They have to work together to win. I don't understand why people don't appreciate greatness and root for the underdogs. Root for the reigning champions. Root for the champs. Root for the people that work hard and strive to win every game. Don't always root for the underdogs. I just don't understand that. I had to talk about that. And, I just don't understand where people are coming from, always rooting for the underdog. So that's just my little spiel for now. And let's talk about some RedZone drama. So obviously Chris Hansen in RedZone for 16 years, I believe it's been 16 years, have always advertised as commercial-free football, where you can watch every single game commercial-free. And last week, a couple weeks ago, I guess at this point, they showed some ads. Now, so all the games were showing at the same time, but there was some ads on the side of the screen. Why are people complaining about that? You've gone 16 years for getting all of the football games exclusively with no ads. Why are you complaining about the ad on the right side of the screen? I do not understand why people are complaining about that. RedZone is a business under NFL Network. I don't understand why people are complaining about the little stuff. They have to make money somehow. Now, sure, from subscriptions and stuff, they make money. But if you want higher quality stuff, there's going to be commercials. Now, what they could have done is, hey, you guys are not going to watch football for 2.5 minutes straight, and we're just going to air 5 commercials every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever. And they didn't do that, so be grateful for that. Now, they did advertise it as commercial-free football. Chris Hansen did do it that last week, but think about it. He's done that hundreds of times. Maybe he just messed up. He said he had a decision to make, and sure, it's not commercial-free football anymore, but still, you can watch all of the NFL games at once. Obviously, we don't use RedZone because we can watch all of the games right here, right now. Like, we don't use it, so I'm not close to Hansen or RedZone or all of that. I've never actually watched RedZone, but I don't understand why people are getting mad over silly stuff like commercials. Like, you're paying to watch all the football games. You're still seeing every single minute of every single football game. And, I just don't understand why people are complaining about that. They have to make money somehow. And it's not Chris Hansen's fault. Or it's not Chris Hansen. What's his name? It's not Chris Hansen. RedZone host. Scott Hansen. Who's Chris Hansen? I've heard the name Chris Hansen. Scott Hansen. It's not Scott Hansen's fault. It's a whole business. Scott Hansen is just the host. It's the people behind the camera doing all the emails and stuff that are putting commercials on there. It's not, so you guys shouldn't be hating on Scott Hansen for that when it's not his fault at all, actually. Sure, he said commercial-free football, but whatever. You know what you mean. You know what he means, and it's just not something to get mad over. I don't understand why people are upset about that. Let's move on to our sponsor for this week, W.GG. We have been sponsors or partners with W for the last few months now. I've tried a whole bunch of their products. They're absolutely incredible. All you do is go to W.GG, use code HatTrick Sports when checking out, and you get 10% off. I get a little bit of dough in that, and W gets some customers. So it's a win-win. It's a win all around. What you do is it's small scoops. You just take a small scoop. You get your W water bottle. Also, you can get that at W.GG. And again, you can get it for 10% off if you use code HatTrick Sports. You take the scoop, you dump it in there, do that. Don't splash your paper with water. You close it up. Today we are trying Calio Cream Mango Orange Cream flavor. I've had it before. It is absolutely great. My favorite is the blue raspberry one or the passion fruit one. They are both incredibly good. But here we go. Let's give it a shake. Give it a shake, pop it open, One sip, everybody knows the rules. $9.2. It gets $9.2. I'm not kidding you. This is the best tasting energy drink you will ever taste. There's no, I got a whole bunch of stuff to do this afternoon and tonight. It won't make you jittery or it won't make you crash like regular energy drinks. I promise you this is one of the greatest energy drinks you will ever have in your life, and you can get it for 10% off using code HatTrick Sports. All right, let's move on to our NFL Pickems. Now, we are filming this on Monday, December 23rd. So most of the games have happened, but I made these picks ahead of time. I'm in a league. I just use the same picks as the league. So, don't hate me for doing this. So you have the Broncos and Chargers for Thursday Night Football. Give me the Chargers. You have the Texans and Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to win that, although I thought it was going to be close. The Steelers and Ravens for a little division matchup. Give me the Ravens. It's being played in Baltimore. You have the Giants and Falcons. If the Falcons lose this game, they absolutely suck. Michael Penix gets his debut. So give me the Falcons. You have the Lions and Bears. Give me the Lions. They're going to the Super Bowl. You have the Cardinals and Panthers. The Panthers, they've been doing good, but I picked the Cardinals. You have the Rams and Jets. Give me the Rams. You have the Eagles and Commanders. It's a little division matchup. Going to be a close game, but give me the Eagles. You have the Browns and Bengals. Another division matchup. The Browns absolutely suck. The Bengals aren't far behind, but Joe Burrow is better than all the quarterbacks that the Browns have used this season. So give me the Bengals. You have the Titans and Colts. It's being played in Indianapolis. Give me the Colts, another division matchup. You have the Vikings and Seahawks. The Vikings are good this season. People are like, oh, they're going to lose first round of the playoffs. No, the Vikings are going to beat the Seahawks. Again, this is all past tense, but I still have all the picks down. The Patriots and Bills. The Bills are making it to the World Series. Give me the Bills. The Jags and Raiders. Give me the Jags. You have the 49ers and Dolphins. Give me the 49ers. You have the Bucks and Cowboys. How about the Cowboys win? This is the day that the Cowboys win. And then you have the Saints and Packers. Give me the Packers for Monday Night Football. And those are your Week 16 NFL Pick'ems. Last week we did all right. I remember we did all right last week. All right, let's move on to our Christmas draft, our HatTrick Sports Christmas draft. We have 8 seeds. We have a tournament-style bracket. Who will win? In the 1 seed, you have Christmas NBA games, along with the 8 seed Building Snowmen. Building Snowmen. Now, I live in Florida. I think I built a snowman when I was 6 or something going up north. But it's easy NBA, Christmas NBA games. You have You have NFL Christmas game against sled racing. I've never been on a sled before. And there's no shot it beats NFL Christmas games. Give me the 2 seed NFL Christmas games. The 3 and 6 seed, you have backyard snow football and a snowball fight. Again, never done backyard snow football. Snowball fight sounds great. So give me a snowball fight. You have ice skating and skiing or sledding. You know what? The same thing. Give me skiing or snowboarding. All right, so then you have the NBA Christmas games against the NFL Christmas games. This is your matchup of the week. Give me NFL Christmas games, though. Like, when it snows, it just feels right. It feels like Christmas when it's a snowy Christmas, watching football. So give me NFL Christmas games. You have snowball fights against snowboarding. Give me snowball fights. Snowball fights just sound absolutely fun. I guess I never would have thought about how cold the balls of ice would be. But yeah, give me the snowball fights. So you have the NFL Christmas games against snowball fights. Easy. This is the easiest matchup of the day. NFL Christmas games takes the win. And that is your HatTrick Sports Christmas Draft winner. NFL Christmas games. All right, let's move on to top 5 NBA Christmas jerseys of all time. Now, in 2016, they discontinued them because Nike and Adidas, something along those lines, something happened in 2016. But we are going to be ranking the top 5. Wait, what was that? Oh, all right. Yeah, top 5 NBA Christmas jerseys. At number 5, you have the Los Angeles Lakers in 2017. It had that purple and gold thing. They kind of outlined Christmas with that, and then the cool little font that they had going on with that. At number 4, you have the 2013 Boston Celtics. It was simple. Yes, it was simple, but the bold green and the white combination, I just think that looked great together. And then like it kind of brought together the Celtics, like how good the Celtics have been. I don't know. It just looks. Oh, one second, I'm on the wrong thing. Yeah. The Celtics, the 2013 Celtics, green with the white trim. It's the old school font. It just looked good. It deserved number 3 podium. At number 3, you have the Chicago Bulls 2014. It's like a bold red sleeve with the low bold red sleeve jerseys with like a metallic kind of finish. Yeah, the 2014 Chicago Bulls jersey, Christmas jerseys gets number 3. At number 2, runner-up, you have the Golden State Warriors 2015 jerseys. It's like a cream-colored sleeve jerseys with like retro kind of script font. I like that. I like the retro scripts, like the font, the retro font, and the sleeve jerseys I like. So that's number 2. At number 1, the greatest NBA Christmas jerseys of all time are the 2012 Miami Heat. It's minimalistic. I like that. It's like very like simple, but it's iconic. It's iconic. It's very iconic, and that's why it's at number 1. And that is your top 5 NBA Christmas jerseys. All right, let's move on to my favorite segment, Hall of Fame. Yay or nay? All right, Hall of Fame, yay or nay? We have Matt Carpenter. Matt Carpenter. I was thinking about him earlier. Uncle Carp, that's what we're gonna call him, Uncle Carp. Matt Carpenter, Uncle Carp. He has had himself a lengthy career. He made his debut in 2011. In 2013, he was 4th in MVP voting. Let's look at his achievements. 3-time All-Star, Silver Slugger. He led the league in runs in 2013 with 126 runs, 199 hits that season, and then 55 doubles, all leading the league in 2013. In 2014, he led the league in plate appearances, 709, and with that, he had 95 walks. He had 44 doubles, which led the league in 2015. And then after that, you could see he kind of fell off. 2020, he didn't have himself a good season. And then since 2023, he had a spike. He had a spike in 2022. But after that, it's just not. So his awards, he placed 6th in Rookie of the Year in 2012, 4th in MVP voting in 2013. He was an All-Star, Silver Slugger that year, All-Star the next year. The next year, he placed 12th in MVP voting. Next year was an All-Star, and then he was 9th in MVP voting in 2018. So he was never the best at one time. So he shouldn't be considered the best of all time. So Uncle Carp gets a nay. Matt Carpenter, not my uncle, by the way. Not my uncle, not related to me at all. But Matt Carpenter is a nay. Matt Carpenter does not belong in the HatTrick Sports Hall of Fame. He does not deserve that. So, like I said last episode, TikTok is more than likely going away in the next month or so. So make sure you follow us on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter. And we're probably going to go on some other social media apps in the next month. But just make sure you follow us everywhere you see us. The website is going to come back up in the next few weeks or so. And I think that is all we have for you today. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you want to call it, whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays, and we will see you guys next week for our end of year episode 79.